Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another random lolcast here on the Bedfordshire Games YouTube channel. My name is Smitty6166 and I shall be your caster for this game. This is game 2 of Boys vs Girls for the League of Legends Cosplay UK group. As Timo reconnects from his League of Legends dying at the start. How do I know? Because I'm watching the live stream that someone's doing in this game. So, in today's game we have got Maokai, Karma, Caitlin, Vi, and Nunu versus Timo, Needly, Kha'Zix, Thresh, Warwick. That one rolls a whole lot better. I like the girls team in this. The girls team have got a good mix of champions. So, everyone's getting ready for some level 1 shenanigans. I only wish I could actually sit there and record picks and bans. Sort of as the game starts, that'll be a rather nice thing to do. But hey ho, there. You get what you dealt. So Kha'Zix is going to go mid. We can see Needly is going to go bottom probably with Thresh, bring up the support role. Warwick is going into jungle. Timo finally reconnects and he's going to go top lane. So it will be Vi versus Timo, Maokai versus Warwick, Karma versus Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is going to win. And Nunu, Caitlin versus Thresh, Needly. This is going to be a fun old game. And man, Maokai saplings. I haven't seen that since like midway through season 2. I'm literally throwing all those saplings down and waiting for the mob to spawn. That's an old trick, man. And there we go. And that's why it's an old trick and why I actually didn't like it. Because the amount of damage you get initially doesn't mean you have to have such a hard leash. Anyway, I'm surprised Thresh is actually going into the bot lane. I would expect him to go actually hang around at the blue buff to harvest the souls. Yes, Malfurion, I'm looking at you. The souls, you know? The delicious things that go in your lantern. You kind of need them. But, hey, that's how things are played anyway. So, the game gets underway. If we look at the items really quick, Thresh has actually gone AD Thresh. Which is really weird. He's not actually gone support at all. I was expecting he was going to go support. So obviously Needly is going to be support and Thresh is going to be the AD carry. This is going to be a fun troll game. At any rate, Kha'Zix has already gone on a wander. And he's obviously looking for a delicious Maokai. Or he's looking to get timing on red. Which will help his team out immensely. And Maokai's got to be careful. Oh no, he's walked right into Kha'Zix. Oh no. Will the first one go to Kha'Zix for an early level 1 invade? Yes! Down on the side and the first blood goes to Kha'Zix. And Karma missing a skill shot. She is going to go down to Kha'Zix as well. If she isn't careful, the void spikes come out as well. Oh no, he didn't get void spikes. He's gone 2 points into Taste Their Fear. So that's certainly interesting. So that was the thing. Nunu forced to go and support as well, but sadly couldn't do much. And Kha'Zix diving in again, the shield from Karma just keeping her alive. She is so low on health right now. And Kha'Zix has literally just got a whole load of free farm, but there's so much minion damage at early levels. We can either do this the hard way. Really means next to nothing. So we've got Caitlin and Nunu trying to hold off Thresh and Needly down here in the bot lane as well. The red team, the girls team in this case, are going very heavily onto the boys. And I don't really think they are going to hold out much. Maokai is now heavily in debt to the Red Lizards, who've done quite a bit of damage to him. Timo versus Vi is also getting quite tight. Karma is hanging around in a very dangerous position, obviously wanting Kha'Zix to leap out and do some horrible things to her face. As Kha'Zix comes out again and void spikes Maokai in the face. That was just uncalled for. And now she's gonna get. And now he's gonna get Karma. Or she, it. The thing from the black abyss will get Karma again. So, but then again, it's to be expected. The highest ranked player is the Kha'Zix at bronze. No, not even that. Actually, it's gold 5. She's into. That there is everybody else in this game is bronze, silver. She's gold. She's going to be carrying this game hard. So, with Kha'Zix now doing the nasty job of tearing everyone a new rectal cavity, Teemo versus Vi still going very backwards and forwards. Warwick is yet to make an appearance in the lanes for a gank, though now I suspect will be the time, as Kha'Zix is going around and looking for another opportunity to sneak in behind Maokai and Karma. You can smell blood, you can see it coming a mile off. Karma trying her best though to do some initial damage, and Maokai not being able to keep up. Vi's coming down as well. They really want this early shutdown. And there we go, Vi coming out with the Vault Breaker, and Kushki Byakuya picking up that one. So Karma now getting the red buff, and now she can quite happily farm off that, and both Maokai and Vi will get a nice bit of gold income. In the meanwhile, however, Nunu has gone back and got a Philosopher's Stone, and Caitlyn is still trying her hardest to keep this lane going, but she can't compare to damage. And Warwick just comes out of nowhere and rips Karma a new one, whilst I was busy looking away. That was painful, I'm sure. And there we go, the free farm there for Warwick is going to keep him in this game quite happily. He's going to keep him ahead of Maokai at the very least, which is something we're going to need, because Maokai really brings dangerous methods to team fights. There we go, we can see Nunu's now coming around the lanes. He's looking for an opening of sorts. He's trying to do something. He wants to get someone like Thresh or Needly out of position. And I mean quite far out of position, but they're playing it safe, using the minion waves for cover. The hook goes up, but sadly picks up nothing. But that was the positioning Nunu was looking for, but sadly Needly also wanted that and got the spear into Nunu. So this game has been a very aggressive start for the red team. They're already 4-1 up, and they are going to be a K ahead at this rate. So, whilst we wait for things to get started, the blue team has full vision now of their own jungle. They know that Kha'Zix is roaming around and has already gone for Maokai's blue, and he's trying to kite it away into the brush, but Maokai knows what's going to happen and will not let it happen. Vi comes in as well. They are determined to shut down Kha'Zix before he can get out of hand. And skill shots are not coming out well for Karma, but Maokai did pick up the blue buff, and Vi gets the kill onto Kha'Zix, keeping him well and truly shut out. However, Teemo has gone one better, and he has mushroomed up his entire area round by the turret, in case of people trying to sneak up him like Maokai just then, walking right into it, and that's going to piss him off immensely. And the guy's still trying to punch back those minions. Nunu on the other hand is trying to support, but Caitlyn, who really hasn't got the health to hang around here, she needs to pull back to a safer position if she can, and Karma needs to pull her act together and actually get back into this game. But thankfully though, the Bushwhacker tries to get set off by minions, so if you get the positioning wrong, the minion will have it for you. There we go, Warwick's now going to come up the river. Vi has no idea what's coming. The big bad wolf will come for the big bad fists, as she walks right into the mushroom trap after mushroom trap. Or is there a lot like a rice ball? I think it's a rice ball, yes. But there we go, Vi has done her Vault Breaker in onto Teemo. Teemo is forced to run away using his passive speed boost there. And the missing calls going out as Needly has mysteriously vanished from the game. Now Needly is roaming about, trying to get a good eye in onto Karma or Maokai, and trying to get timings on their buffs, as it were. Kha'Zix appears to have got the blue. Yes, Kha'Zix went ahead and got their blue, so Kha'Zix is going to have a fun old time towing this match up. In the meanwhile, Tamaki is trying his best to hard out of here, and J-Max is so incredibly low, he can't even do the lizard buff without some sort of a leash already, and he's already level 5. So Kha'Zix's interference right at the early game did the damage that was needed, and actually brought sort of the blue team back down to earth. So in any rate, Needly and Thresh are doing very good at aggressing the spot lane. Kha'Zix is doing very well at roaming and being a very aggressive champion, like he's designed to be. As you can see there, doing the leap and the void spikes and taking half of Karma's health away. And he's got the blue buff as well, so his cooldowns are actually quite short. So he can keep doing that every like 5 seconds or so, which is perfect. It's the kind of thing you really want to do. The ping's coming out from Maokai, so Maokai's obviously looking now to come in and do something, or even Vi's looking to come in and do something. They are obviously really quite scared of this Kha'Zix, but they're forgetting there are other champions that scale quite quickly into late game regardless of your skill level. One of those being, well, Nidalee. If she builds AP, doesn't matter what you do to her. As Vi charges in and gets the beat down, but the Teemo poison, the Ignite, is going to kill off Vi, and Warwick picks up that kill. Well played there by Warwick to just auto attack it away from Teemo. Punish the Teemo for being Teemo. Not like a racist or anything. And Warwick and Teemo are now just going to run back into their respective lanes. Warwick's going to run back into jungle, and Teemo's going to go back to the top lane. Thresh is now having a good roam around, obviously plonking down wards and seeing what his beady little hook will let him catch. As he catches in on Karma, and Warwick picks up Karma as he hooks on round, but Maokai picks up Thresh, and he's going to pick up Warwick as well for a double kill. So that's going to be rather good now for the boys. They're slowly clawing their way back into this. They are 100 gold ahead, and they have 1 kill. They're behind by 1 kill. But the plan is working for now of keeping that Kha'Zix shut down and out of the way. For how long, we don't know. It could be for an hour or two. Well, not an hour or 2 hours. It could be for the next 10 minutes, the next 20 minutes. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, not a lot's really happened. It's been a good old frozen lane. Nidalee's trying her best to support, but she may actually have to take on the role of a carry and actually start doing some damage. Caitlyn has already got the BF sword and longsword, so she's looking to build her bloodthirst nice and early, or even build an infinity edge early, and make use of her passive where the critical shots come in once every 8th shot. Teemo has mushroomed up the river quite nicely, so he's got not quite full vision, but he'll know if something's up in case someone decides to come up the river and gank him, like Maokai for instance. And Maokai's probably going to walk right into one. It just walks past the rice cake, that's good. And he throws down a ward into that brush, so he's obviously really quite scared of Karma being ganked. And there we go, there's the pings going out. Though Kha'Zix himself has just thrown a ward down onto the blue buff, so he can jump to it, land on it, and steal it when Maokai isn't around. My camera works all over the place, sorry. And there we go, we can see the burst damage now of Kha'Zix coming in. But Karma more than ready for it. And he's quite happy to let it pass. In the meanwhile, down in the bot lane, we've got Caitlyn and Nunu still trying to push up against Thresh, with Nidalee supporting him. And really, it's becoming quite difficult for him to do this. However, whilst I'm going on about that, Kha'Zix has mowed down Karma. Warwick's just tried to mow down... Warwick's tried to mow down Maokai. Maokai gets Warwick, but Teemo gets Maokai. And now Teemo is running around with double buffs, and he has full vision of the blue. But Kha'Zix is also there as well. He's also calling for Teemo to come and get it, since, well, their blue's going to be up shortly anyway, and he's going to go for it. Or they're trying to goad out Vi, and at this rate they might actually get it. No, Vi's going to actually be safe and not let Kha'Zix have her. So there we go, Kha'Zix is going to pick up that blue buff. So now the blue team is actually going to be on the back foot quite horrendously now. They've lost their blue buff. They're losing control of their own jungle to Kha'Zix, who's actually the most powerful person in this game. Not only because they're gold, but because they are 3 kills, 3 deaths, and they've got cooldown boots. They got the pickaxe for attack damage, and they're getting the mana regen that you need from the Tear of the Goddess, which I suspect will become a Mana Mune tomorrow mana when it's all fully stacked. So meanwhile, as things go on, we can see that Kha'Zix is picking up his blue. Thresh is looking to build Bloodthirster again. AD carry Thresh makes no sense to me. Thresh to me is a support, not a carry. But hey, whatever. Whatever trolls your vote. Teemo has already gone quite heavy for what he's after, which is that the Angel's Torment to get the passive eye dealing spell damage over time with like a little burn. Maokai now coming in, finally being able to come around and gank. Karma also forced to do it as well, so they're forced to do 4-man ganks. That's actually quite bad as far as the team is concerned, because now Kha'Zix has a load of free farm in the mid lane, or it gives him a chance to roam like an absolute madman. Oh, sorry, I got a humongous amount of indigestion. And that's where he really comes into his own fear. There we go, the ult comes out, the voice spikes, and the tasting of their fear. And he's got the double kill. He might go for a triple kill, he might just leave it be and let Needly and some with some range actually do the damage. And as you can see, there we go. He's going to quite happily though walk into a Vi, which goes in with the assault and battery. It's forcing him to leap out of the way of the Maokai trap, but Vi gets the shutdown. That's the kind of thing they need to do in this game, really. As soon as Kha'Zix starts roaming, shut him down, stop him from roaming. Currently though, he has got the items. There we go. He's got a. He's going to go for that Bloodthirst now, just by the BF Sword and Vampiric Scepter. So he's going to be quite a scary threat for the rest of this game. He's already on 101 minions. The only person to be at this rate, Vi and Caitlyn, are the only ones that can probably get close, but they need hours of free farm to do it. As you can see, Caitlyn is currently no kills, 1 death, 1 assist, but she has now got her Bloodthirst, which she can start building the stacks for, which will make her moves all the more serious, especially with her ace in the hole, which is her ultimate. So as we were looking at items, we can see Warwick has gone quite heavy into armor as well. He's got the chain vest, the cloth armor, and the giant's belt, but he's also got 2 rejuvenation beads, so he could be going for Warmogs, or he could be going for something like it, as Kyoshi dives in onto Kuchiki Byakuya and just mows him down with Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix being a force to be reckoned with at this rate. That is truly something.
The team's turret has been destroyed.
And there we go. The blue team have lost their second turret, sorry, they lost the bottom lane turret as well. And now Kyoshi has free roam of their jungle, but he's going to be spotted by the Maokai. The Maokai diving and rooting him down, hasn't really got the damage or even the resistances to keep ahead of Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix now is just going to run away as fast as he can, but sadly Caitlyn has been caught out, and Warwick picks up that kill rather nicely. Nunu is also going to be in a similar state if he isn't careful. They were going to regroup on the turret, but the turret isn't there anymore. Maokai is getting absolutely hammered. He tried to ult away through the wall but didn't quite make it. And there we go, we can see that Kha'Zix, once everybody gangs up on him, actually goes down faster than a sack of bricks. And I think at this rate it's going to be GG for the boys. They are really now quite far behind. Teemo's picking up turret number 3. This is something truly awful. So now the fear that his Maokai is roaming around. Karma trying to do the best she can to lock someone out, but everyone's a bit too wily and is happily avoiding all of her skill shots. Teemo is getting tons of free farm in that top lane, and he's still pushing down with a minion wave. If he took the turret, he can take the second one as well if he's really quick about it. And no one's going back to stop him. Everyone's in the bot lane trying to kill off Warwick, Needly, and Thresh. It's not going to happen, especially when Kha'Zix is coming back down again, and he's just going to happily go where he wants. And there we go. He jumps in with his ult. He stealths up as well. And he's trying his best to zone someone out, but he can't quite make it. The Caitlyn trap's in every brush, making it impossible for him to keep up the chase, because it'll be revealed as he goes. Checking to make sure there's no one in the tri-brush, so there's no one there. Nunu and Caitlyn know that he's roaming over towards their golems, and he might actually just take them away. Nope, they get their reset, so they're going to go back into the little hidey hole, as well as generally poke at everybody else. Though Vi and Nunu and Caitlyn are all piling in down on top of Warwick, and Warwick's going to go down quite nicely, so it's a nice little boost for them. Meanwhile, Kha'Zix is picking up his blue buff again, and Teemo is just mowing down the top lane. He's just really taking it away. So the top lane is now quite happily in Teemo's hands. He's had so much free farm. He's on 106 minions now. He's miles ahead of anybody else on the blue team, apart from Caitlyn, who's on 103. But Caitlyn needed those minion farms for a bloodthirster. But Vi now going in onto Thresh and Kha'Zix, and sadly it wasn't going to work. Those two are actually quite a nasty pairing together. And Kha'Zix gets the double kill. He just escapes on a minimum amount of health, but Dragon actually does the necessary finisher. Or it was a Caitlyn auto attack that followed him over the wall, which is really well played there. So now the only person left in this lane is Thresh, and Warwick is coming down, but that's not going to be a major bother. The top lane of minions now is slowly pouring down. They have to do something about that, otherwise there is no way they're going to come back from this. Their team now looking around to do the dragon above Kha'Zix's corpse, sat there next to it. And there we go, Warwick using his smite rather early. I would have personally wasted until about now, and that way it would have at least got you the kill. You would have got the gold, the dragon kill, and all the rest of it, and Thresh walking away from the dragon soul, which is really weird. I've seen some Thresh players where they just go for souls. He's currently on 71 souls actually, which is quite a few actually, so he's done his job of harvesting them. Warwick now ulting him, and Thresh picking up the kill onto Caitlyn. So Thresh actually becoming quite the competent AD carry. And there we go, Kha'Zix has picked up Karma. He's now just dived in onto Maokai. Teemo is coming in for support, tries to do what little he can, but Kha'Zix still gets the double kill. Vi's assault and battery does nothing, and Teemo is going to back away, but what he doesn't realise is he's just backed away, and Vi knew he was there, Nunu knew he was there, and Warwick is coming hopefully to try and catch out Vi, but it's not going to be enough. Teemo is going to get away on a slither of health, and Kha'Zix is still on the roam. The earlier plans of just shutting down Kha'Zix are now gone. He is now a force to be reckoned with. As we can see, he just jumps over the walls, fires off his voice spikes and his taste their fear. He's essentially like a second AD carry in this team now. But there we go, there's one lizard, two lizards. Someone else has picked up the blue team's red buff. I think it might have been Maokai earlier, before he saw where Teemo was. Or Kha'Zix actually managed to kite it into the bush. Anyway, as that all goes on, keeping away from Kha'Zix because he's now super fed. We've got Karma, Caitlyn, Maokai, Nunu coming down to the bot lane, with Vi coming around from the top. They're trying to get Thresh or Warwick or someone completely zoned out. If they can, they need to ideally get their hands on Thresh, as he currently has his hands on blue buff, which is ideal for him. There we go, grabs Karma, but he can't pull her into the tower, sorry.
Gives me something.
The jokes from Vi coming out there, but they're going to have to now push this tower down. And Thresh deploying the box. The ace in the hole comes out, but the shield from the lantern giving him plenty of protection from that. Oh, why would you grab Vi, you fool? But there we go, they're going to have to pick up a turret from that, which is rather good. And they're going to get the kill onto Warwick as well. So there we go, Thresh is now gone in, but Teemo picks up Caitlyn, Karma picks up Thresh, Teemo picks up Maokai. That's a double kill for Teemo. Will they be able to get Kha'Zix? I don't think they will. Teemo gets the triple kill. Will it be the quadra kill? Will it be the pentakill from Teemo? He's really quite low on health. He's being burnt to death by Ignite. And there's the shutdown. Karma just saying, nope. You are not getting the pentakill on me, you little man. And Kha'Zix really won't go into that. He's too low on health. He's just going to hang back and wait for the opportunity to strike, or he's just going to farm out the minion wave and let the lifesteal from Bloodthirster do its work. And there we go, the tier got fully stacked, and he's also got Muramana as well, so he is in a strong position to full out aggress in any situation. He's already at 327 attack damage, and he's already got Last Whisper as well. He must have got that earlier. So that is going to be quite scary when he gets around to it. And Karma is now on a rampage after a fantastic combo there to try and slow down Needly enough for one last water attack. Meanwhile, however, Thresh is still waiting for them at a tower. He's going to grab someone and drag them in, and Kha'Zix is going to jump in over the wall as well. Kha'Zix is now... is he still with us? No, he's only on blue buff, but he has used a red pot, so his health has gone up as Warwick now finally kills off Maokai. And Nunu doing his best there to create the biggest ult damage he can. Meanwhile, though, Kha'Zix is just leaping and rocketing everybody in the face for a double kill. He could go for a triple kill. Will he go for the jump? Can he make the jump? There's the double kill. There's a triple kill. Will it be a quadra kill? Just a couple more hits. There we go. He's got the quadra kill. That is fantastic. I think really now the boys will have to surrender at some point, or they're going to play this through to the end. And what... I can't remember what it is now. The saying of House Greyjoy from the Song of Ice and Fire, but whatever. The red team now is going to start pushing out onto this mid turret, and they're going to start possibly going for the inhibitor turret soon as Kha'Zix is now in the top lane. He's going to start pushing that lane out as he happily hops around the map like a giant grasshopper. And there we go, he's going to back off quite happily now. By Maokai and Nunu also there, they're waiting for this minion wave. They are going to need to clear out pretty damn quick, otherwise it's going to be something to truly fear towards the mid to end game when the base races start, as they don't have much of a defense for their inhibitor turrets, as all their lanes have now been pushed in. So as Warwick starts wailing on Vi, and is probably going to get caught out by Nunu ult. And Needly's brought solo. The ace in the hole though picks up Warwick in the back, so it does not pick up Needly because of the human shield and the way the ability works. Warwick is going to go down at this rate as well, and then Thresh making the smartest move to hook someone in, using his Atlantean shield there to protect from the majority of the damage. It's still on him, but only by a sliver. Meanwhile, Kha'Zix is gone, been aggressed on by the entire team. KILLI getting the shutdown, which is fantastic for her. Now they're going to pick up Thresh, and now that'll be the... in a way, it's an unofficial ace. They're just going to face tank this turret and take it down as quick as they can, or at least do as much damage as they can. But if they're not careful, the turret is going to kill someone. There we go. Karma goes down to the turret, and I've got massive indigestion. I do apologise. At a time, and the Needly Spear picking up Maokai. So after all that, the boys get 4 kills and letting Needly get away. They get the total down to half health, and they lose 3 of their own in the process. Doesn't seem worth it if you're asking me. At the same time though, no one's taking Dragon. So, as things quieten down, we should look at the scores on the doors. It is currently 6 turrets to 2 in favour of the red team. They are ahead with 7k, and they are up by 8 kills at the 29-minute mark. So as things go, Teemo is on 5 for 3. His lane opponent is Vi, and she's on 4 for 5, and she has got Frozen Mallet and Black Cleaver. But Teemo has already gone to Malady. He's got his Void Stuff and Leandri's Torment, so he's got the ability power and the spell pen that he needs for his Poison Dot and his Mushroom Traps. With the junglers, Warwick is doing fantastically on 5 for 6, but Maokai is also doing equally well on 4 for 7, despite the fact he got invaded and essentially denied every bit of his jungle from Kha'Zix. Speaking of Kha'Zix, the gold player in this game
has slain the dragon.
Oh, there we go, and that's 2 dragons now for the red team. Yeah, Kha'Zix is now on double Bloodthirst as well. That's just scary. With Last Whisper and Muramana, as well as the Boots of Lucidity for cooldown reduction. And Kha'Zix picks up Karma in one burst, but Vi takes out Kha'Zix. Maokai takes out Needly. Thresh gets Maokai, Vi gets Teemo, Thresh gets Caitlyn, and Nunu gets Thresh. The only person left now is Warwick, and Warwick is all the way in bot lane, farming it out and taking the turret. I know he's already got the turret, so he's farming the lane out to help him push a little bit. So as this game goes, the boys are on quite the back foot, and they need to think of something fairly soon-ish if they want to come back from this. As we can see, the boys now take out that middle lane turret and try and bring the turrets back into their favour. They're doing very well to hold their own against a Gold League player who is more than happy to lay down an absolute beating on them. And they now start to go for this inhibitor turret. They might even take the inhibitor before long, which will do them a humongous favour. Kha'Zix though takes out by Warwick, gets the inhibitor turret in the bot lane, but goes down himself to Caitlyn. And Nunu finally goes down to Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix is now running around with double buff. So whatever they had in their worst nightmares, Kha'Zix has just doubled it, trebled it, and made it his bitch. Words cannot describe how much damage he's going to be throwing out at this rate. And imagine what would happen if you got Rengar's ability onto Kha'Zix. So every time you went in brush, you got a leap range. If your ultimate turned you invisible for a few seconds, and you got leap range from that as well, that would just be scary as hell. That would actually give me nightmares. But yeah, there's not really much commentating I can do in this game. Kha'Zix is happily ripping up the rift. I'm going to have to switch to the directed camera, because otherwise I'll be following the killing spree that is Kha'Zix at the minute. He's now just broken the 200 minion kills barrier. Oh, excuse me. Oh, right. Now let me indigestions calm down a little bit. Caitlyn and Vi both broken. Well, Vi's about to break the 150 mark, which he gets at least 5 more minions. Caitlyn's also broken the 150 mark, but Thresh and Teemo have done the same thing. So really, there is not a lot they can do. Maokai, however, has found Kha'Zix in the jungle yet again, trying his best to burst him down. But he's just a bit too wily. Vi is caught out of position by her turret from Teemo and Warwick. Obviously, there's a bit of a synergy mismatch there, because if Warwick had timed it right, his ultimate can actually lock up Vi, and Teemo can just focus all the damage onto her. So with 4 players of the blue team and the top lane trying to counter effect. Sorry, yawning. It's not like this game's boring. This game's just a one-sided murder fest, but it's nice to see how they're going about to try and bring it around. There's all 5 members of the blue team now going on Teemo. They're going to go for Warwick next, but Kha'Zix comes out and gets Caitlyn right in the middle of it. Now he's trying to get out of the Nunu ult before the worst of it happens. But sadly Warwick has got so much health in a minute, he's going to sit there and tank all their damage for days. In the meanwhile, Kha'Zix is just off to the top of your screen there, getting heavily nuked upon by Maokai and Vi, picking up that kill. So now Vi has been double buffed. They're doing very, very well to hang on into this, despite the fact they are down near enough 8k. And Thresh has just picked up an inhibitor. Thresh is now pushing all the way into the Nexus. That is an insane push by Thresh. What has he got at the minute? Oh, he's got Play the Rune King, Infinity Edge, Zeal, Berserker Greaves, and crit damage. He's actually doing pretty well, actually, must be said. You know, his aggression is there. They're trying to base race him. I don't really think they can do it. They haven't got the damage to outdo it. Vi and Caitlyn have been forced to recall to try and hunt him down, but sadly they're not going to get very far. In the meantime, Maokai and Karma are alarmingly low. If Nidalee knew that they were there, one spear could have probably got one of them at least, or if not brought them low enough for Kha'Zix to jump in and get a double kill. Good thing that she didn't. And the blue team now playing it incredibly safe. They've warded up Baron just so they can get vision on the beast. Because right now Kha'Zix is running around with double bloodthirst. He's just got the chain vest as well for a little bit of armor. That probably might become a Sunfire Cape possibly, or GAs. And he's just going to be this unstoppable alien thing. Yeah, words cannot describe in my vocabulary what Kha'Zix is doing to this match right now. Kha'Zix is just eating anything that moves, even his own team. Hell, why not? Let's do it. A 9-3-1 on Kha'Zix. At this point, Kha'Zix will probably still win, because that gold 5 player knows what they're doing. But there we go, Maokai throwing out his sapling, trying to hunt someone down. Kha'Zix is forced to back away after farming out their jungle and getting the red buff for himself. Yep. Using that home guard speed though to get down the lane a little bit quicker. In the meanwhile, the mid lane is now slowly devolving into the 5v5 brawl that will be inevitable, and this will be when Kha'Zix has his moment to shine. He will let his team engage and he'll jump over the back of everyone and rip them a new one. But it doesn't look like it's going to last long. To be fair, they are now running all the way back to their nexus as the minion waves in the bot lane actually start pushing in. And Spurs have nothing to fear. Now the red team, they're just going to quietly take this. We can see Kha'Zix jumps in, doesn't give a damn. The turret goes down. Maokai goes down. Vi is probably going to go down straight as well. Karma's already gone down. Down goes Vi. Kha'Zix jumps in, launches the void spikes, knocking the damage he needs onto someone to make it worthwhile, but he is slowly going to just keep on the aggression. The inhibitor's gone down as well. I suspect that this is going to be game over. A wonderful jump and void spike down on top of Caitlyn. Caitlyn's gone down now. They're going to get this Nexus tower. There goes the Nexus. That is GG again. The boys have lost 2 games in a row. That was very, very unlucky for them. But there you go. That's the luck of the draw in this match. So, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, favourite, subscribe and all that jazz. And I'll speak to you all next time. Bye bye.